The following presentation may contain language unsuitable for children's TV enthusiasts, adult virgins, and estranged mothers. Unnamed Drag Productions accepts no responsibility for any resulting night terrors, third-degree burns, or demonic possessions that may transpire as a result of listening to this sewage sprinkler. May God have mercy on your soul. Enjoy!
Unnamed Drag Podcast.
All right, Lagatha Christie, you can introduce the podcast this week.
Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm here with the Furby version of Biggie Smalls, Nana Arhole.
Was that Furby or Furry? I mean, either
Furby.
Either or.
Yeah, both work.
Yeah, to be honest.
You look like hip hop Furby.
Yeah, it's gotten to that point of lockdown where today, when it was wear something fancy, I looked through the sunglasses drawer and went, I never wear these sunglasses, and I know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking great, pal.
I look like, I just look like a faggot who's tried to infiltrate the nightclub in Blade. Like, I can hunt vampires too, and it's just like, no, like, they suck your neck, not the other way around, gay. Come on, gay boy.
Put him down.
Yeah. It's like, I'm a vampire.
You look like you're going to try and sell me drugs and then open the bag and it's just those, like, love heart sweets and lavender thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna take these.
Palmer violets.
I'm gonna take these off.
You're a Palmer violets dealer, is what you are. Although I've just noticed the body gear that you've got on.
Yeah, I thought I'd wear a harness today with my little hat. I was like,
yeah. Now you've lost the sunglasses. It works.
Yeah.
This is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whereas I am wearing a dangly earring, a dog collar. And then I did a smoky eye, but it did that thing. You know when you do your eye makeup like this, and you're like, yeah, that looks great. And then you go, oh.
Where is my eye makeup? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, hooded.
Yeah.
Love that.
I mean...
Oh, good. Age.
R.I.P.
There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like.
R.I.P. Marcel Sane, who is no longer with us, unfortunately, on today's podcast.
Yeah.
You cold-blooded, murdering son of a bitch.
If I send you that footage of me shaving off my moustache, could you pop it in here?
I mean, I could, actually. I could pop it in, and I think it would also...
With, like, the psycho music, like...
I think it would also work for the purposes of the podcast, because it is literally just the sound of you shaving. I can't believe you did it. I can't believe you really did it.
Well, here's the hot smoking tea. Here's the chamomile infused bullshit.
So on brand.
The thing is, I wanted a twizzly mustache, and to obtain a twizzly mustache, some people will grow out a regular mustache and then just grow these bits and just leave a weird dad mustache in the middle and then these thin things. It looks weird. I wanted to go like full whole hog, real vintage mustache.
Yeah.
So I was growing the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Which, as you can imagine.
So what's the other version? You just have like two soul patches side to side with like a space in the middle? Like, what is it?
Yeah,
what is that?
like, it's peculiar. So I was watching tutorials on how to do it properly, and you grow out the whole thing and incorporate it all into the twizzle, which is great if you don't mind getting hair in your mouth. So, and my hair grows poker straight anyway. You can see I have zero hair texture. So
it's so hard being you.
I know, right?
My hair grows poker straight. I'm like Pocahontas. I'm a Cherokee princess. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm poker straight a haunter.
Mine literally grows like it's got spina bifida. So
that sounds wonderful.
No, because it's not really a texture. It's more just a kink. Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, though. From being a hairdresser, I know for a fact every single person wants the opposite hair texture to what they have.
Probably. I used to think that my hair was quite fine when I grew it long, but I actually think it's...
Yeah, but then you realise it wasn't fine at all.
Yeah, I think it's not so much fine, it's just it doesn't have... It's only got like a kink to it. So when I was dreading it, I always wished it was thicker and it had a texture, because it would have dreaded faster.
Yeah.
But then LiveJournal, remember LiveJournal? No. People were like, oh, on these like forums and stuff for dreadlocks, I know that's really sad, but I was a teenager. I know, but people would be like, oh, fine hair dread's the best, so just leave it. And I did, and then it just never dreaded at all.
Well, you're just supposed to leave it.
Well, it varies.
I never know how dreads actually work because is it back comb or is it just literally?
You can back comb, you can twist it, you can neglect it, you can crochet them. There's loads of different ways to put them in, but a lot of people are very much of the kind of back comb them a little bit to get them started, then just leave it. But I guess it depends if you want your dreads militant or if you want them to look very au naturel, or whether you want one big long mer dread.
Yeah. Well, I've always wanted braids, but then I don't want to be a white person with braids. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be that bitch.
Yeah, but I also want to be able to swing it. That looks fun. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
It's just hair at the end of the day, but it's not really my place as a white man to comment about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just shut my stinking face when it comes.
Shut your cornhole, Nana.
Because everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I know what mine is. But it's such a I don't know.
It's a delicate subject, and also
such a dialogue to
have feel a certain type of way about.
Yeah, exactly. I've done my research and I've made my own conclusions, and then the whole time that I was doing research about dreadlocks, I was like, I can't believe that I'm researching dreadlocks. It's just what became of your afternoon, eh?
Wank pigeon.
Exactly that. Oh God.
I don't know if. Because my microphone's right here, and I just realised it's right next to the dangly earring clinking against my dog chain, but it shouldn't come out on the sound on here, so... No.
I shouldn't think so. And, I mean, once again, here at the Unnamed Drag Podcast, we are just janking it the fuck together, trying to get to the end of the season, just put on a hat.
We started this in full drag, and now I'm I popped an earring on and a smoky eye. What the fuck do you want?
I'm wearing an earring. I've turned up at this laptop. No, it's not. It's not.
There's a global pandemic. Get a fucking grip.
It's not just about getting to the end of the thing, though. I feel a little bit sad today, and I can't really put my penis on the shoulder of my sadness to.
We swap places.
Figure out what it is.
My sexy French depression is. It's not gone. It's just on the sidelines. It's given up the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So I'm driving again now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fatalities.
Everyone get out the way. I ran a van through a schoolyard. #Pisces thing.
Gemini rising. Lol.
Oh my god, my moon sign is Leo, so I killed 8 kids.
Mine is Taurus, so I sexted your dad. No, I'm glad that your sexy French depression is lifted. Is it something about the mustache? Maybe the two are connected. It was the source
I never even thought of that.
The source of all of your power was your sexy French mustache, which led to your sexy... I mean... What did you have on the other week with that sexy French mustache? A navy blue and white striped shirt. You might as well have had some garlics. Garlic in a beret.
Yeah, it was fun. It gave me a sense of direction. You know when you wake up in the morning, you're like, it's either going to be pirate or Frenchman. One of the two's got to win.
Yeah.
Or, Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, Edgar Allan Poe. Although that has just reminded me from my description of thinking, you were basically dressed like a French person. Isn't it hilarious about when you're at school, they actually invite you to draw in racist stereotypes when they do projects on geography? They'd be like, oh, so you need to draw this person from this country, and someone just draws the most stereotypical thing that they can think of. And the teacher's like, A+, you were racist.
That's true.
Isn't that so bizarre?
Yeah.
I've just had a flashback to literally drawing a Frenchman exactly like that when I was in primary school with the garlic clove necklace.
And getting rewarded for it.
And the beret. And someone being like, this is a great picture, Tom.
This is a French.
You've really captured the essence of these cheese-eating surrender monkeys that we've never quite seen before.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. I don't really understand why that's still perpetuated either. That's I think in America, it's a really easy way to score points when you're joking to slam the French. It's kind of like what Britain used to do with Germans, but
I don't really get it.
Yeah,
it doesn't make you interested.
No, can't we just all insult Korea? Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? No, kidding.
Yeah. Have you seen the cartoon that the Chinese released?
Oh,
the Chinese media.
I've heard of it, but I've not.
It's a great cartoon, and it's pretty accurate. So.
Well, you know what happens whenever anything like too political comes knocking on my door? I get a little bit scared and I just go and think about wigs.
I'm just looking forward to the day when we can put America under a dome and just pretend that never happened. But it's just me.
It's like the bottle garden that went really wrong. Like
yeah. We'll just like put it under a dome, apologise to the rest of the world, and go. Should we just carry on?
Maybe that would sort it out though, because like bottle gardens, like how you put the cork in it and it literally becomes its own ecosystem.
A terrarium.
So, sorry.
A terrarium.
Is that the proper word for bottle garden?
Yeah, bottle garden.
Shut up! That's what they've always been referred to in comics, like the Beano. Shut up. So, yeah, it'll either have to not homogenise. That's when you all become. It'll have to. Oh my god, I can't
create its own ecosystem.
Thank you. Yeah. Homeostasis. Is that the word I'm looking for? Anyway.
Osmosis.
It'll have to. No, it's not that thing. When a liquid.
Semi-polymer membrane.
Diffusion. No. It'll either have to do that. It'll either have to do that protractor, or it'll just wither and die. So,
genital mutilation.
It's a win-win. It'll either sort itself out or just disappear. Did you just say genital mutilation?
I have no idea.
Oh god.
At this point. So what I've been up to today?
Yes, please do tell. It's Tuesday for those who would like to know what day we're recording this. And Tuesdays are fucking rubbish. They're my least favourite day of the week. It's why I do art.
Really?
It's why I do Art Whole Tuesday on a Tuesday, and why I like doing bingo on a
mine's
Tuesday.
Mine's either
Nick's
Thursday or
in.
Wednesday. Hi Nick. Welcome to the podcast.
He's just getting his hair stuff apparently.
Why? I'm kidding.
Got to dress up and look lovely for an evening on the nothing. Right.
Look who's ready for a night at home. So today I work at home, obviously, and I've got my dining table set up, but my dining table is not designed to be sat at for 8 hours a day, so I've been slowly turning into stone. But I've put a folding chair on my dining table so that I can have a standing desk. But today I've had that on my dining table, and because I don't feel like I'm getting enough cardio, I don't feel like I'm getting any sort of exercise. Hi, Dorothy.
You're not getting anything at the moment. Like, we're not even getting enough sunlight.
No, exactly.
Or oxygen or anything.
This morning, when I wasn't on calls, or like whenever I could, I had either like Panic at the Disco or Marina and the Diamonds or something just like obnoxiously
gay and
get up and going. Yeah, totally. And I've been dancing like a psychopath, like an absolute mental person. On my own, like. You
sent me that video of you like doing full elbow armpit dancing, and I was very entertained because of the fact that I was still in bed, and I was just like, you are moving a lot.
Yes. Yeah, I've been moving, which actually this is the first time I've got to the end of the day and gone like that and not heard
crunch.
Yeah.
I think
so.
Yeah, that's another thing that's been pissing me off today. It's like I've got marble shoulders. Like I think if I put the phone next to it, it's audible. Like it's really gross.
Yeah, on mine, if you put something on my shoulders and I move them, it'll actually blend it.
Oh, that is rough. I just wish that, like, I don't know, maybe I need to be one of those really inconsiderate, like, puffs who's like, I'm just going to go out and hook up with anyone because, the lockdown is slightly lifted, but I'll make sure that person is an erotic massagist so that I'll just get my back done, and then when they think they're going to hook up, I'll be like, bye, that's all I wanted.
Cheers.
Cool. Yeah. They're like trying to go.
Was that good for you? Because it was great.
They're trying to go straight for the happy ending, and I'm like, shoulder blades again. Actually, like that would be better. That would be more beneficial.
Thing is, though, I reckon you could get that if you get like a really submissive guy. Me and Matt have done that before. I can't be asked to cook. Should we get a takeaway? Or should we just go on Grindr so you can come around and put the pizza in?
Like how much of a?
If we call him a fag slut and then spit in his mouth, will he do us a roast dinner?
I have watched a lot of Vice documentaries today. When I spoke to you earlier and I was like, I'm just watching this Vice documentary and then I'm going to decide what I want to eat. Because they're only 15 minutes long, I watched 4 of them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's productive.
One of them...
By that, I mean, you heat pig.
Yeah, I know. One of them was about Findom, financial domination, which was incredibly interesting.
Thing is, like, it's so easy. You just go on Twitter, set up a slightly aggressive looking Twitter with your PayPal, and then post pictures of you like with the caption, "Who wants to empty their wallets, cunts?"
Yeah.
People roll up.
Yeah, they do. But
I might do that.
But
with this chain and these earrings, like.
There was this one dominatrix, and she said someone paid her. She auctioned off a cam session, and someone from Australia sent her $42,000, and then declined the cam session and disappeared, and was like never heard of again. So he just wanted to flex about the fact that he had all of this money. Yeah.
I can do that. I can not do a cam session. If anyone out there wants me to not cam for them for $42,000,
and I promise I won't do a cam session. Yeah.
Well,
isn't
there's
just amazing?
A huge kink about like getting blackmailed. So people will go on like chat rooms and stuff and just post their account number and sort code and all of their nonsense and just be like, blackmail me.
Oh, on Twitter, there's always this thing where it's literally guys with just like their knobs fully out, and they're not like horrendous knobs. It's not that bad, but they're just like, oh, please don't like and retweet this. For every retweet, I have to do something else for my dom, and you're just like. Don't say please don't. Like, you want it. You just live in the fantasy, pretending
you wouldn't
that you
be
don't
playing
want
the
it.
game if you didn't want to, like, take the turn. Do you know what I mean?
That's why Twitter's so frustrating, because the amount of times I've just been having a lovely time on there, just like looking at memes, catching up, like what's everyone working on, and then all of a sudden, because of some of the people that I'm connected to, you see what they've liked or whatever. So it'll be like, blah, blah, and blah, blah, have liked this. And I'm just like, whoa, I did not need to see that. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I went on Twitter when Tumblr stopped doing porn.
Of course.
And then, so just went on there and followed a load of porn. But then I realised that other people can see your likes and stuff.
Yep.
So, and like, people from work have followed me. So I was like, right, well, I can't like any. Do they see what you follow?
I mean, they can go into your... Unless you've got a private account, they can go in and obviously see, like, who you follow or whatever, if they wanted to.
Yeah. They know I'm gay. What the fuck?
But if you're on like a private lockdown account, they need to be accepted by you and
to be
blah, blah,
fair,
blah.
if they went on there and there was no gay porn, I'm pretty sure they'd be shocked.
Yeah, exactly. Just like,
they'd be like, are you ill?
How do people spend their time if not with gay porn? Like, don't be ridiculous. Like, don't be such a fucking baby. Like, grow up. Of course we're all looking at
grow up and watch this dick get pummeled.
What is my cat doing?
She's probably trying to go away from you.
She's doing anxious laps of like, yeah, hello again. Now she's come back.
She's in quarantine. Let her be.
It me. Like, I am this fucking cat, I swear to God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Anxious laps.
She is an anxious lap. Say hi, Dorothy. You fucking...
Hey-yo.
You airhead.
Hey-yo.
You're like one
Little heat pig.
That was another Vice documentary I watched, was about the men who dress up like latex dolls.
That looks so uncomfortable.
And this dominatrix who puts one of them into the whole like latex get-up to do a photo shoot. He's like, oh, she's not allowed to talk because the doll's head is just full of air, just full of straw. And I look at my cat and I'm like,
yeah, all right.
No, but that was really fascinating as well, because these men literally feel they're kind of like next level drag queens in the sense that when...
It's way more uncomfortable than drag.
It's way more uncomfortable, way more involved, like a lot more expensive by the sounds of things. Like, I moan about paying 15 quid for a paint stick and they pay like 1,000 euros for a rubber face. Like, what are you talking about?
I looked at breastplates and it's only a hop, skip and a jump away from that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Jesus.
Yeah, what was I can't remember what my point was now. Oh my god, has someone spiked me with like diazepam or lithium or something? Like, what is wrong with me today?
Almost everything.
Oh, but it started off so well. I mean, I got up later than I intended to, and that always makes me feel a little bit glum. And then I did my writer's studio hours, and then as soon as that finished, I was like, oh, Okay, cool. This is where we're headed. Like this, this is the mood for the afternoon.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I mean, I've only sort of kept peppy because I have to. I mean, straight after this, I'm doing a birthday Zoom call. I've just come off a meeting on Zoom, and I had this exact setup as well. It was a work meeting. I just didn't have the light on or any of this faggotry.
Yeah.
So I was there like, yes, blue doody business, white numbers. Yes, like, and then and then I went straight onto this call, and then I have another call. So I've been trying to keep peppy.
It must be so difficult just being so in demand and whatnot.
Yeah, I know, right? It is.
Well, it's my mum's birthday tomorrow, so we're going to go to Sainsbury's and get some flowers and a card, and then I'm going to surprise her by turning up on her doorstep and dropping them off.
Shitting.
And then I'm going to set the bag on fire, and it's a plastic bag, so it'll stick to her shoes. No,
Someone's had practice. Growing up in Scotland, did you wear?
Well, you know, when you've been bullied, you know how to be a bully. So,
Weird.
yeah, we're going to go and do that this evening. And then this is the other problem. I had an idea for my project, which means that the 4 scripts that I thought were finished just aren't finished now because I need to go back and change some stuff.
Oh, you've sabotaged yourself. Shocking.
I have. I've had like a better idea for something that I thought would be really good. But if I write it all in and then I hate it, it's a complete waste of time.
Well, how subversive is the idea that you can't just imagine if it will be good or not?
It's
without giving too much away.
It's quite a big leap from what I've got to what it would be. It's a very changed dynamic in perspective. Let's just leave it at that. So,
is every character a latex doll? And you have to buy at least 5 of these doll outfits, full head to toe, with wigs.
Every character is a latex doll who's into being financially dominated.
So it's turned into a very expensive project.
And also has either bipolar 1 or 2, because that was the other documentary that I watched, and the 4th one was about the a Mormon cult in Utah. One of the ones who still practices polygamy, but in actual fact it's just a big incestuous sex cult.
Yeah.
Where, you know, what was his name? Warren Jeffs or something like that?
I've heard.
He had he was the the leader of one of the Latter-day Saints type things, and he had like 65 sister wives and 100 and something plus kids. Yeah, and he would.
Are straight people okay?
They're not okay.
Are straight people okay?
He'd marry off he was marrying off his daughters to like first cousins and stuff like that, and then also within their, I'll say sect because it's a religious sect at the end of the day. Yeah, let's just call a spade a spade. So in this cult as well, they had these like almost like an elite club as part of it that basically tore families apart, and you could be as fantastic as possible with like doing all of your chores and honouring God in like a Christian way or whatever, blah blah blah. But there was
you could make your imaginary friends super happy.
Yeah. But there was this girl, and her mum knew. She was just like, the only reason why she didn't get in, she did everything right, and the only reason why they wouldn't let her in is because she's heavy. Because she was like a larger girl. So they was like, well, what's the point? Because we can't marry her off to one of the better first cousins, so we'll just leave her. So, but they took the sister and the mum away from her.
That's not very live, laugh, love of you, Susan.
It was so...
No.
It was so messed up. Like, so messed up. And there was a picture of him with like one of his child brides celebrating their 1-year anniversary that got leaked online, and at the time of the 1-year anniversary the girl was 13, which means that when he took her in a religious wedding she was only 12. No wonder I feel miserable. I've watched so much dark.
Yeah, like, I wonder why my mood's been affected by all of these harrowing incest scenes.
I need to go and watch Teletubbies, don't I, or something like.
Just put some porn on, and you'll be fine.
No, but it has to be like it has to be a specific type of porn where everyone's just really respectful. Maybe that guy on Pornhub.
Doesn't exist.
That guy on Pornhub who's just like, I ask you how your day was. Have you seen him? He's got so many videos. They're adorable. It's just like things like, I clean out the swimming pool without being asked to do it. Like, really?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I can't remember what the guy's name is. But
like polite porn?
Yeah, there's a whole channel of it's just him just being really respectful and kind and not moaning about it. And I think partly because of the fact that it's a parody, they've just had, they went like viral with their views. I don't know if anyone's genuinely watching it and fapping, probably. But, but for the most part...
That sounds wonderful. I've taken the bins out. Oh!
It's like the antithesis of what normally it's just like, you know, Nazi stamps on my throat and won't let me call my parents to come rescue me.
Roughly taken by a gang, and this one's just, I've rinsed your mouse pad.
Yeah. I watched in between all the keys on your keyboard, and you didn't even have to say.
Do you want some lunch?
I bake a birthday cake for your elderly mother. Just like, oh yeah.
That's such a lovely idea.
I mean, if that's whatever gets you going, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm going to go watch someone get strangled, but have fun with that.
Yeah. I don't really think it's for me. Dorothy Perkins, you know I don't appreciate that your anxious energy. Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's her that's the problem.
Yeah.
You're talking to a cat.
Well, obviously, who else am I supposed to talk to? You?
I'm not real, so...
No, you're imaginary.
It's your problem.
My imaginary bully / friend. So what?
Hey bitch, it's me.
What's your plan for the rest of the week, my love? Because there's rumours that they're about to, do the old... What's the word? Like leniency of lockdowns? They're going to make like slight changes.
Nah, they're not announcing any time frames that I know of. They're just sort of saying what order things would be done in were we to.
Yeah. They're like, schools, if they go back, would be in June if we hadn't fucked this up.
Yeah. So we would possibly operate in this many people per room, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Which is all well and good. They can hypothesize as much as they like, can't they?
But if it was your last week being in lockdown... What would you want to
exercise,
do with it?
Because I'm not coming out of this looking worse.
This was supposed to be a butterfly chrysalis, like a cocoon for me, absolutely. If anything, it's been a pig trough.
Yeah, I can't stand the idea. Basically, what I want to do, everyone else is kind of like, I'm going to go on Facebook and be like, yeah, don't worry about it, don't stress out, you have that bottle of wine, blah, blah, blah.
Can you see this?
In the meantime,
Sorry.
I'm like, trying to, like, really, like, fuck myself up so that I can come back into the office like, ooh. Yeah, and everyone else would be like, who's she? I'd be like, remember me.
I don't know, I think she was a French exchange student or something.
Yeah, is that the face of God? Yeah.
What you really want is your, like, she's all that moment, like on the stairs.
I want to be wearing a cape.
Yeah, but at the moment, my she's all that moment would just be me just going straight through the steps into the yeah, and then the guy just stood there like, I can't take her to prom. She died.
Oh, you died.
Oh, sorry, I think you died. No prom queen for you, Nibbles.
No, but for real, if this was the last week of lockdown, and I don't know, I'd probably just masturbate.
Yeah.
Same as I always fucking do. I've not been taking it that seriously, that's the problem. Because I like being inside. As much as I've had a bit of a sexy French depression at most points, but that's just because I could.
Sorry. Dorothy keeps on like walking around me and meowing, then going to the other side, and because I've got headphones in, I can't quite tell where she is.
She's not real. None of this is real. You're in an asylum in East Worcestershire.
I'm in a simulation. Oh my god, I think I got injected by the demon in season 6 of Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite tell where I'm at anymore.
That's what happened.
Oh god.
No, you're doing fine, hon.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
So if this was the last week of lockdown, what would you do? How would you spend your last week of lockdown?
I mean, for me, it's not. This is the kind of depressing thing about lockdown is
you're just advertising.
It's not really going to make much of a difference in terms of what I'm up to. I'll be able to go into the writer's studio to do some hours there, and might be able to pick a handful of people to go and socialise with. It would be nice to actually go and see friends.
Don't pick me. I won't show up.
Don't pick me, Simon, please. I don't want 4 yeses.
Please, Louis, just say no.
Yeah, and go and like see my family. And I know that Nick really misses his family. He wants to go and see his parents and stuff.
What's that like?
I mean, this is the tea. I'd probably see them. We'd go for one walk, and he'd be like, "That'll tide me over for another 2 months."
Yeah. Oh, that was a bit much, wasn't it?
Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, I should have met each of you on an individual basis and like introducing a new fish into the tank, just one at a time. If I can just be submerged in a bag of my own house full of air.
You know what? Just like hamster ball your way into a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, like I've said this before, I get quite socially exhausted quite quickly. Everyone is like, "Oh, we'll have to meet up when we can," and blah blah blah.
Like, but I didn't like you beforehand. Why would I like you now?
I've got 18 other plans. None of which I want to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Christmas. It's going to be like December, where you're going like to 18 meals in a week.
Oh God, don't even get me started.
We gonna get fat.
Right, well, I'm gonna go because this cat's doing my fucking head in, and I think I need to go and feed it some dinner because rude. Oh God, was any of this usable? Have you had a good time listening at home? Have I just been really depressed?
Yeah, you've not, but that's fine.
I'm going to listen back to this and be like, wow.
Wow.
I need a good night's sleep.
Pull it up.
I need like a good night's sleep and a hot bubble bath and then just to blow my brains out.
Get it together, Becky. We've got a show on Saturday.
Oh my God. What?
I'm joking.
Oh God, we don't know.
Wait, do we?
No, we don't. It's on. We're doing something on the 12th and then on the 19th and then when's DFS Take 2 when we'll actually
have... like the 13th?
Is that the 13th? No,
I remember,
that's
or is
not
it the
right.
23rd?
Oh, God.
I remember thinking it's potentially too soon.
No, I can't remember either.
We'll advertise.
Yeah.
This is exciting content.
It really
arranging our calendars.
A date will pop up at some point. We're going to do another Dirty Filthy Sexy Digital Drag Nightmare Take 2 because the first one was riddled with technical dramas. But we know.
But it did turn out shit hot.
Yeah, it did. It was just after 90 minutes of confusion, we finally
got past the tech issues.
Exactly.
I thought it was like super smashing great.
The performances were great.
I was hanging out in the comments on Twitch, just like trolling you, so that was fun.
Yeah, precisely. So yeah, we will be back for that, and then we'll be doing some other stuff as well. But yeah, until next time, thanks for tuning into my internal monologue. My internal monologue that could have just stayed internal.
And I've just had a nice time. I've got some earrings on.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's all that it takes, isn't it? Just some sassy earrings and that's it. So I'm going to go and deal with my anxious cat and my sexy Norwegian depression, and Marilyn's going to go and jingle her jangle all over Zoom.
Bye guys.
Take care. Stay safe.
Unnamed Drag Podcast.